San Antonio, Texas, and the Alamo Dome. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the UTSA Roadrunners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They'll run the option. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. And it's the Roadrunners want to pick up the tempo.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front 7, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Sends it back in motion. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Makes a grab and room to run. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Ncaa taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. And the Roadrunners in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to pass, it's McCown. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And his throw is incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Running inside, it's Owens. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to buy time. Trying to escape and get it. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here comes the option. The option, the keeper. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's McCown. Nice grab in traffic. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Motion from the back. He might want another play. Headed outside, it's Henderson. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Here's Reed to throw. Looking for a deep man. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Back to pass, it's Reed. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Off and running. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Gets the back moving. On the run, it's Henderson. There's some room. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's McCown. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Campbell. Runs through. He smashes his way through again. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
On the option. Quarterback keep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He wants it all. And they will score. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And he added the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Reed fires to the middle, and they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Back to throw, it's Reed. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Reed to throw for it on fourth. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Henderson. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass. It's McCown. They're working that left side. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
Reed. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Texas A&M 26, UTSA 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Now on the move. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it's the Roadrunners. Want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The offense changing the play. To the air. It's McCown. Here's the pressure. That pass is incomplete.
Incomplete to the wide. It's now third down.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. In the middle, it's Anderson. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Play fake, Reed. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
That's caught. It's Henderson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Roadrunners headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He wants to change this route. To the air. It's McCown. It's complete on the right side. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Floats it out in space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Throwing Reed. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality.
Breaks into the open on the left. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. This is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big play after big play. Both these guys, you got to tip your cap because the quarterback play so far today.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better.
Looking for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Aggies.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. They go to the counter. Finds a little space. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. The Roadrunners want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Wants to adjust the pattern. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Motion from the wideout. On third down, he drops to throw. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it, and they're going to have to throw it. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
UTSA 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's moving out of the pocket. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I'll tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Play fake, Marcel Reed. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Reed to throw. A little screen to the running back. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
And on 3rd down, you run a screen. I think you're hoping to try to get the defense in a blitz, flying up the field, throw the screen right behind them. It didn't happen. They guessed wrong. Defense did a great job playing discipline, playing sound, making the play.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Man, that is frustrating for a defense. You have to know 4th down, this quarterback is going to be a threat to run the football. They got a little bit out of position. He makes them pay and gets a fresh set of downs.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Reed. Here's a heat. Going for it all. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the punishment has been extended.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Henderson.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the 1st down. And they saw something they liked because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this is one of those things that are really hard to stop for a defense, man. When that QB starts to get outside the pocket, now I'm thinking he's going to run it. What are my rules? Nice job by the running back starting to creep back towards his quarterback. Now listen, you throw it over the middle of the field late, it doesn't always turn out well, but on this play, big conversion. Nice job scrambling around, buying some time for his running back to get open.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the option. Makes it past the marker. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UTSA. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Getting set for the point after. right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation. He lets one fly deep. Has it. Texas A&M going up tempo. The corners are walked up tight.
949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar.
Running the red zone. It's Morrow. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Reed. They'll run the screen. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, a fun storyline to keep your eyes on here today is, can their wide receiver go over 1,000 yards? It's hard to believe, but it has not happened here at Auburn since 1999 when Ronnie Daniels got it done. Kind of a fun fact, the last guy that got close was Darvin Adams, who had 997 yards in 2009. But we're going to try to see if they can make a little history today. The coaches said it's in the script. We'll see if we can get it done. Of course, it's more important to win the game, but they are very aware that they can make a little history for their wide receiver today, and they want to get that done. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Rebels' offense will go on the attack first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now, and I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most, and that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. This time he wants to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Auburn! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Rebels offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll do it himself. Did the work himself. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, moving forward, this defense, they better be very aware when this quarterback decides to keep the football. That's a good decision by him, but now defensively, you not only have to worry about the running back, you got to worry about this quarterback getting to the perimeter and hurting you with the speed.
Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Auburn Tigers offense will now get its first chance with the football. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And the timing just a hair off.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
And you got man-to-man coverage, you're running that curl route, that ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route, he's going to be right there. But he does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Odom. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. Runs through a man. He might have some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Lindsey. Strong, firm tackle. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already with 2 touchdowns on the board. Now they're back at it up 14-6. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got the quick pass. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch, but this is a defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
You cannot make a bigger statement on offense than your head coach deciding to go for it on fourth down, deep in your own end, early in the game, and they get it somehow running the football. Wow.
Running inside. It's Cobb. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Singleton. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Might be calling a hot route. They'll give it to Washington. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The give from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's Fields. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now facing a third and long. The run inside. It's Lindsey. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Punt is on its way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. From the gun, running back on the move. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Going long. He's got it on the outside. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. So after the huge chunk play, they got it 1st and goal from the 10. He goes right back to the air. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. From inside the 15, here's the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. 2nd and 10. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Made a defender miss. Looking for more room. Touchdown Rebels. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Number 17, set to kick off.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Rides to back and leaves him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And, man, guys, we talked about this guy coming into the game, right? He's good, and he can catch the football. He can make plays. That's his first target on the day. And I think the defense is just as surprised as we are, but the offense definitely got to get this guy more involved.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got a man in the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Here's a give to Washington. Here's a little room there. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
And everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at it.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Lighting off the defender. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not much happening on that one. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to move here late in the half. It's third down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, here's Frazier. There he goes. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 10 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Mustangs in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game inside Vaught-Hemingway Stadium. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage.
Coming out with it, it's Richardson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with Auburn's head coach coming out of the locker room. He said this team is going to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Quarterback making checks. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. This time he wants to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. And the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on 2nd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. Hand off from the shotgun. Takes it the other way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustment.
Finding some room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Got his man. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Keeps it on the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do?
Not a moment of indecision. Offense stays on the field. 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown Rebels. And the stomping has commenced.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to.
He lets it fly. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Now the pitch. There's a crease. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick completion to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Touchdown, Tigers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun. Working that left side now. They'll get the two-point conversion, and now the lead is 14.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This defense not only searching for Tigers send out the offense to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. At the 35, he's got room. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. On first down, it's Bryson Washington again. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out to the right. Slings it downfield. Connection to the right. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So the final period starts with a second down play. Frazier again. Got a little grass. Continues to fight for yards. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Handoff for Frazier. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they're able to get him on the ground. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's a give to Frazier. Powers through the defender. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. Now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to... negative plays and takeaways.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Auburn lines up quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. QB draw. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with Frazier. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw it again. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough today.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Quarterback making adjustments. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Pucks it out of the air. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. From the gun, looking for a man. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of
Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And that one's incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
They get him on the ground, but boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.